Hello everybody to lesson number 13 of JavaScript for active design. In this lesson we will know the continue of strings, which is the second lesson and the last lesson of strings. So here we have, let's go to the code. So we have stopped here in the uppercase and lowercase in JavaScript. Here we have, for example, the concat. Okay, so to concat in JavaScript we have two ways. Imagine I have two variables, okay, or one variable, okay. This is one variable, great, and I need to concat that variable with this information, for example, whether the old one, which is not old, I mean that we have studied before, we could use it with this thing, for example, with plus, means the old string, and the new string with plus, we combine them with string, okay. Let's refresh, quick. So here is by then the string that we have it, great. So this is one of the methods. The second one is to use something called concat. So concat means concatenation, the text with the element we have it. So I will see here concat. Okay, let's delete these things. So I'll see concat, and we forgot, we should write the string var string dot concat. Then we could concat it with the string we needed. For example, I will write directly the string I want to concat it with, so it would be like that. So save it and refresh and see what we have. Refresh. When we click, it will concat that string, the old string, and with the string that we have it there, like the subhatic.com. Great. So here we have concated. This content is supported by then with that word subhatic. So when we refresh again and click, it will concat it. Great, it's easy, I think. The next is the trim. For example, sometimes we have a lot of spaces in the string like this, and a lot of spaces. You need to trim these spaces. You could say trim and see what type. Delete this one, and we will say the string that we want to trim it. Save it, and let's see here what we have. When we click, it will trim the space that we have there. Great. So for example, if I came here and delete this thing, let's see what do we have there. Refresh. Okay, I mean it's the same as the browser do. So imagine that we have a lot of breaks, okay, a lot of spaces. So the concat, I mean the trim will sorry, the trim I mean will remove every space you have in your place. The second would be the char at, which would return the position of the character that you have it. For example, if we said here the string and we click dot char at, and then we have assigned the, for example, number 0. He will search about the index. Where's the index 0? The index 0 is here, okay. So he will see here where is the I mean what is in the index 0. It's t, so he will return the t letter. Let's refresh and see what we have here. So t, he returns the t. So here we have what we could write, for example, 5. Save. He will return the number 5, which is the letter in number 5, which is c. Here he will count 0, 1, t is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is the c, so c is 5. Great. This is about how to get the element, the position of the element. Also we have something called char code, means we could get the character code. Okay, so we have char code at. So at 5, what is in, I mean the code of the letter in position c, in position 5. So we will search the character is c. What is the code of that element? He will print the code that we have it over there. So let's refresh By the way, he follows the UTF-16 code, so he will return this value, which is the UTF that he used when he identified these elements with the coding. When he debug that element, he defined that 17, or I'm sorry, 67 is C. So this, if you know the compilers, it works like that, if you haven't read about that. Also, we have another thing, which is dealing with the string like it's an array. Okay, so it could be like the following. You could write, for example, what's in the letter 5. It will return C. Let's refresh, click, and C. Great. How is it? It's dealing with strings like it's a long array, so it could get the position of any element. We have a new element, which is converting a string to an array. Imagine this string. Okay, I need to convert this string to an array. How could I do that? I could do it with split. Okay, so I will come here and I'll say, sorry, I'll delete this one. I'll do dot split. Okay, so when we split that one, it will do the, it will return it like an array. So let's refresh, and we'll separate between them with comma. So this content is simply it's an array. Okay, how to know whether it's array or not? You could come here and see type of. It should be what? It should be a string, but now because you have split, it will print its array. So click, type is object, which is mean array. Okay, so now it's an array. Also, we could control the splitting types. For example, let's say here I need to split the elements with hash, so it will split the elements with hash. Let's delete this one. Okay, we could assign it. For example, imagine you need to print the array content. Move here, home, new line, and see var array 1 equal that element. So we have assigned that element to the array. We have it over there. Great. Let's delete this one. I have the semicolon here, and here we are. So now I will print the array 1. See that? It will print the hashes with the elements. No? It prints the elements directly split with hashes. So now if we say array, what is the type of array? Type of array 1, save, fresh. It's object, so the type is object, means it's returned to array. But if we take in this alone and we say what is the name of that element, it will be like the following. It's a string, but when we change it to array, it means it's our object, means it's array. So the array is one type of the objects in JavaScript and in many other languages. Great. This is about the string. The array, splitting the array to the string. You could change it. For example, you could split that array with comma, with space, with plus, with any sign you need it. Great. So this was the continue of the string. There's a lot. We could not cover them, the function of the string, but we have talked about the most important and most common strings. But you could, for example, click like that, dot, parstring dot, and you will see all the the functions that you could use it with a string. For example, length, the anchor, the big, also the italics, could change them to italics. You have also the small streak. There's a lot of things, a lot of functions that could be used with string. So that was the lesson for this session. I hope it was easy and clear. Thanks for watching and listening, and see you in another course, another lesson and other courses. Yes, we are planning to do a lot of courses. We will talk about the PHP, the Bootstrap, jQuery, Laravel, also the underweight, how to build underweights, also how to build the website from zero, the WordPress. We will talk about all of things. So I hope it's easy now. If you have any problem, you need any question, I mean, you have any question, you need any help, leave it in the comment, and bye for now.